We are on to our 7th chakra, the last chakra. We've been working our way up. So today we're going to talk about the Crown Chakra, or Sahasrara. It's located at the crown of your head, top of your head, and it's all about your connection to something greater than yourself. God, if you believe in that, the divine, nature, each other. And these guys are going to help me move through it. So we'll start in a child's pose today. Get really comfortable. Press your hips back to your heels. Close your eyes. And take all the little movements that you need to settle into your child's pose, Balasana. We started with our root chakra, our sense of connection, stability to the earth, to home, to safety. We moved up to our sacral chakra, our center of creativity and creation, relationships and emotions. And then we talked about our navel chakra. It's our personal powerhouse, our drive, confidence, personal identity. And then we made our way to our heart chakra, all about love and compassion for ourselves and for others. Our throat chakra, speaking your truth, expressing yourself verbally and non-verbally. Our third eye chakra, our ability to visualize, imagine, perceive, and our sense of intuition. And today we're at our crown chakra. That sense of connection to the divine, to source. Connection to others, the rest of the universe, wisdom, intelligence. So if you haven't yet, begin to deepen your breath and feel energy move through your chakras. So from the base of your spine, all the way up to the crown of your head. Notice if there's one that resonates a little bit more with you. Allow your breath to get deeper, louder. Maybe a little bit more consistent, equal length inhales and equal length exhales. And gently find your way to hands and knees, tabletop position. Stack your shoulders above your wrists and your hips above your knees. And find whatever natural movement comes here. It could be some circles with your hips, cow and cat, arching and rounding through your spine. Other stretches, head rolls. Really try and use the sense of intuition, knowing about yourself, what works, what doesn't. Even if you're brand new to yoga, what is your body telling you? To move in a way that makes sense for you today. Take one more round of breath, big inhale, big exhale. And when you've completed that round or completed your movement, find your way to downward facing dog, but take as much time as you need to get there. First down dog of the morning can feel a little creaky. Pedal out, sway side to side. And this is technically an inversion, so your head is below your heart, getting some fresh oxygen up toward your brain, kind of mixing, changing things, your perspective, both physically and emotionally. This is a great pose for your crown chakra to kind of get things moving toward your head, your crown. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. Again, breathe in and let it out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward to your hands. Exhale, walk your feet up toward the top of your mat and hang out in a forward fold. You can hold on to opposite elbows, spread your feet a little wider. Find a ragdoll variation if that's comfortable in your low back. And again, feel your head heavier than your heart. Color associated with your crown chakra is white or a violet color. And the Sanskrit mantra is Om, just like our third eye. Release your hands to the ground. Lift halfway up, breathe in, long spine. Exhale, fold, release your head and your neck. Inhale, rise to standing, arms float to the sky. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips. Halfway lifts, breathe in, long spine. Exhale, hands down, step back to a high plank upper push-up. And hold there. Knees can always come to the ground for a little bit more stability. Take an inhale as you shift slightly forward and exhale, chaturanga to your belly. Think you're hugging your elbows in all the way to your ribs, pointing them back as you lower down. 3 cobras. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders back, long spine. Exhale to lower and move with your breath for the next 2. Imagine peeling your heart off the ground, really press into the tops of your feet. Lower down as you exhale. 1 more breath in. Exhale, press yourself back to child's pose, hips to heels. One of the things that we'll think about in our crown chakra flow today is things that are out of our control. It's easy to get worked up about things you wish you could have done, things you feel like you should have done. There are often things that we just can't control. Someone else's actions, traffic, the weather. So this morning, try and let go of all the stuff you can't control. Surrender to a higher power, something greater than yourself. Inhale to tabletop, hands and knees. Exhale to downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to the sky. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or lightly hop up toward your hands. Halfway lift, long spine, chest forward, breathe in. Exhale, fold, release your head and your neck down toward the ground. Rise to standing, arms to the sky. Inhale takes you up, sweep up all that good energy. Exhale, hands to heart, draw some good energy from the universe down toward your chest. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips. Halfway lift, breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana, shoulders back. Exhale, hands down, step back to your high plank upper push-up and hold here. Again, knees can always come down. Shift a little forward as you breathe in. Chaturanga either halfway or all the way down as you breathe out. Up dog or cobra as you inhale, shoulders out of your ears. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Find a breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. Again, breathe in. And breathe it out. Reset your strong Ujjayi breath in and out of your nose. Notice how you feel. And repeat to yourself the English mantra or affirmation, I am divine. Reach your right leg to the sky. Take an inhale. Exhale, open up your hip, bend your knee. Find any movements that feel right. Draw circles with your knee or roll your ankle. Extend your legs straight. Breathe in, toes point down. Exhale, draw your foot forward between your hands and stay in a low lunge. Think of reaching your heart forward. Allow your hips to sink a little bit lower. Notice if your knee is way in front of your toes and slide your foot a little bit more forward. We'll find another breath in. Exhale to an easy standing splits. Press into your right foot. Take your left leg off the ground behind you. Fingers can crawl forward. Let your head and your neck relax toward the ground. Find one more breath in. Exhale, release your feet together, top of your mat. Halfway lift, chest forward, inhale. Exhale, fold, relax everything down. Rise to standing, arms to the sky, breathe in. Palms together in front of your heart, breathe out. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, navel to spine. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step back, high plank, upper push-up, breathe out. Building a little bit of heat, so keep holding, keep breathing. Use your inhale to shift slightly forward and use your exhale to lower either halfway or all the way down. Up dog or cobra, depending on where you went. Your thighs are lifted off the ground in up dog. Cobra is a little bit more supported. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. One more, breathe in. Breathe out. Left leg to the sky, inhale. Open up your hip, bend your knee, move around however it feels right. Learn to trust what your body tells you, all the random messages you might get from something else out there. Extend your leg long, breathe in. Exhale, step your foot forward between your hands. Stay low, sink your hips toward the ground. You can always drop your back knee. Imagine looking forward and reaching forward. And really notice your back foot. Draw it a little bit more forward if it's behind your knee. Yep, so eventually knee stays right over your ankle or right over your toes. Nice, keep breathing here. You got one more. Take just an inhale. Exhale toward an easy standing splits, hands forward, right leg toward the sky or the back wall. Crawl your fingers as forward as you need and release your head and your neck toward the ground. Find one more breath in. Forward fold, release feet together. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, folds. Come into a toe squat. Lift your heels. Drop your forehead toward your knees and round through your spine. Imagine that you can reach the crown of your head to your knees. Breathe into your entire back. And again, visualize your chakras from your root chakra, the base of your spine, all the way up to the top of your head. You're welcome to stay here or find your way to down dog, or if you'd like to play a little bit, take a step back and we'll take crow pose toward a tripod headstand, really activating our crown chakra. So it's still early in our practice this morning, but if you move mindfully, that's totally okay. So the idea is that if you take a crow pose, you've already got your feet off the ground. There's not too much further to go to get your head down. The trick that we'll do is that instead of looking forward in our crow pose like we normally do, you can gently look down, tuck your chin toward your chest, bring your head down, and then by setting up for crow, you're already in your headstand, feet are floating. This is step one, totally stay here. If you do feel like you want to lift your legs to the sky, move so carefully and mindfully. This is not in your practice today, not happening today, skip it. Find a child's pose or a downward facing dog. Nice, guys. Always hug your elbows in, press into your hands, and lift your shoulders out of your ears. You want to spot, Melody? Yeah? You totally don't have to.
Okay, yeah, I'll get there.
Yeah. And we'll meet in down dog, but there's no rush to get there. Headstand is the king of all poses. You're placing some energy through a little bit of body weight on the crown of your head. There you go. And then knees into chest. So if you're gonna fall, think of knees in, back into your chest, come into a little ball. Legs a little bit further back. Strong core, hug your ribs in, press into your hands, lift your shoulders out of your ears. Okay, there you go. You got it. Find your way, you're welcome. Back to child's pose, down dog, whichever sounds right, feels right this morning. Headstand is Shirshasana, and our Sanskrit word for our crown chakra is Sahasrara, the 1,000-petal lotus. Downward facing dog, if you're not yet there. Louise has been holding for a long time waiting for you guys, so we'll take our right leg to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, strong core. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, step forward between your hands and rise to a crescent lunge, arms all the way up. Take a moment to notice your legs. We're gonna play with a humble warrior, but do it from a crescent lunge. So back heel is lifted, so really strong base. Hips, both hip bones like headlights pointing forward. Core engaged, shoulders down your back. Interlace your hands behind your back. Take an inhale, puff up your chest, roll your shoulders back. And exhale, start to hinge forward. Imagine bringing your right shoulder toward your right thigh. It may not get there. If it does, it can rest. Keep pressing through your back heel. And if it's okay on your balance, you can start to look back to really drop your head toward the ground. But a little bit easier to balance is looking straight down to the ground. Falling is awesome because it means you found your edge. Play with it. One more inhale. Exhale, hands to your low back and then down to the ground. Take an inhale, look forward, long spine. Exhale to your standing splits, left leg to the sky. Start to lengthen your chest forward, walk your fingertips a little bit in front, as if you were gonna set up for a warrior 3 or a half moon. Find length through both sides of your waist. Really press through your foot. Imagine reaching the crown of your head forward, energy back through your left heel. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release, forward fold, feet together. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, release it down. Again, halfway lift, breathe in, chest forward, shoulders back. Exhale, fold, let it go. Come onto your tippy toes, drop your heels toward your butt or your butt toward your heels. Find your toe squat. And then bring your legs parallel to the ground. So bring your knees a little bit lower and try to balance with a long spine. So try to sit up tall through the crown of your head. Hands can come on your thighs to your heart or come down to the ground or blocks for support as you need. Steady eyes, steady breath. Feel the energy running through your spinal column, your Sushumna Nadi, from the base of your spine, your tailbone, all the way up to the top of your head. And then imagine that energy is linking up to the person next to you in this room, supporting each other. We're like clouds connecting. We'll take one more inhale. Exhale, release your hands down, drop your knees in front and give your feet a little shake so you can tap them out. We'll find our way to downward facing dog. Step back or hop it back. Flow through vinyasa if you like, or just simply lift your hips toward the sky. Reach your left leg high, breathe in. Exhale, knee to nose, strong core draws you forward. Inhale, leg to the sky. Exhale, step forward between your hands. Crescent lunge, strong legs rise up. Find your base, a sense of stability right here before we move. And then bring your hands behind your back. Try to interlace the opposite thumb on top. Lift your chest, roll your shoulders back, breathe in. Exhale, begin to dive forward. Left shoulder toward your thigh, crown of your head forward, eventually down. Keep drawing your right hip forward as you press back through your heel. Nice adjustments. And feel free to stay looking at your front foot or relax your head, your neck to look at your back foot to take it a little bit further. Breathe. That'll help. Find one more inhale. Exhale, release your hands down to the ground. Inhale here. Exhale toward your standing splits, right foot behind you. And then like you did last time, crawl your hands a little bit more forward and find some more length through your side body. Imagine the top of your head is reaching forward, your heels reaching back. See if you can stretch a little bit further, find more space through your spine. Breathe a little bit deeper. One more inhale. Exhale, release your feet together, top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in, long spine, shoulders back. Exhale, fold, let it go. One more inhale, lift, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, release. Come back to your toe squat, lift your heels, drop your butt. This time, draw your knees out to the sides and see if you can bring your heels together. Maybe the balls of your big toes still touch or that patty part. And then play with balance here. It'll feel a little bit tricky, and depending on what's happening with your hips, it may not work at all, which is totally cool. You can come back to knees together. If you can, hands on your thigh or even to your heart. And again, find that long spine. Feel the connection, the linkages between your chakras. Find energy flowing up through the crown of your head. Connect your bubble, your cloud, to someone next to you. Hang on. One of the beauties of practicing in a group with people is that shared energy. To me, that's our crown chakra linking up. And even if you're doing it on the video, you're sharing your energy with all of us. We'll release our hands to the ground. Take a seat, bring your bottom down, hands behind you. Let the soles of your feet come together, knees out to your side for Baddha Konasana. Find a long spine, breathe in, lift your heart. Exhale, hinge forward with a flat back and just move as far forward as your hips and your low back allows. The element associated with the crown chakra is ether or space. We'll do at the end of this class a little bubble meditation. But you can think through this, just as we have been, that idea of you as a cloud, energy reaching up through your crown, and the clouds connecting, so hanging on to people who support you, something greater in this world than just your own energy, your own efforts. Lift your chest, draw your knees in, find a boat pose Navasana. So start with your feet on the ground, hands behind your knees. Take a little lean back to engage your core. Lift your belly button to your spine, and then you can float your feet off the ground. They don't have to go high. So if you find that you're gripping with your hip flexors, those muscles in the front of your thighs, try to engage your navel a little bit more and bring your knees a little bit closer. So it's not your legs holding on, but it's your core strength. Arms can stay right where they are. They can float out to the sides, or if you feel like you want a little bit more, arms to the sky. You can even play with straightening out your legs. But again, if you find that gripping feeling, do a little bend. Use your core muscles, breathe. Shaking is good. You got 2 more full breaths. One more. Find your way to hands and knees. Roll over your ankles or swing your legs behind you. Create your tabletop. And take those movements that feel good and natural to your body this morning. What does your body want to do after that pose, after that stretch? Can you honor your body's wisdom without overthinking, without overanalyzing like we love to do? Without letting your ego cloud what you feel like you have to do or should be doing. Press to child's pose as you found all those movements when you feel ready for some stillness. And reset your strong breath. So you're welcome to stay right here. Come to down dog or play with coming into a headstand, Shirshasana another way. So I'll set up with my forearms down and kind of show you. If you want to watch, you're welcome to. If you know what you're doing and you want to go into it, you certainly can. Ideally, your elbows are as wide as your shoulders, so bringing your hands to your elbows kind of measures, yep. And then I like hands stacked. Some people like hands interlaced. See what feels good for you. You want to be on the very top of your head. So you can kind of take your hands to your ears where your middle fingers meet, or your hands to the bridge of your nose and where your middle finger reaches is sort of where you want to be balancing. So it's really a tuck of the chin, head to the ground, hands to support the back of your head, and then try to press down and see if you can lift your head off the ground. So that's more of what you're thinking of as far as the strength and the movement. It's a lot more shoulders than just placing weight on your head. And then it helps to start in a little ball. So walk your feet in. I'm feeling pretty flexible this morning, so I can get my knees way into my chest. But I start just with a little ball, knees to chest to find balance, that sense of lift. And then if you have the balance, you can start to reach your legs slowly to the sky. Remember to come down into your little ball if you're gonna fall. Nice, Louise. Beautiful setup. You can stay at any one spot. Usually elbows closer in than you want to be, so these can come a little bit closer, yeah. Do you want a spot, Louise? Nope, you're good. That's her wisdom, right? She knows, not happening. Trust your body and also know, no kicking. Yep, I gotcha. When it's going to be too much for you. Okay, I'm going to bring your feet just back a little bit. Engage your core, press into your forearms, lift your shoulders out of your ears. There you go. Nice, Jenny. That's all you. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And I find with forearms down, this is a little bit more supported for me. When you need to come down one knee to your chest and then the other, or both at the same time. I'm right behind you. There's no rush to go anywhere. Even just putting weight on your head and trying the prep pose is a great way to activate your crown chakra, to find a little bit of balance. When you've had enough, take your child's pose. We'll meet you there. Beautiful. Is that okay? Yeah. Really nice. Lift to tabletop, hands and knees. I always like a thread the needle after headstand to kind of reset. Reach your right arm out and up to the sky. Roll your wrist a couple times. Take a breath in. Exhale, thread toward your left. Drop down to your shoulder. Let the side of your head come down. Left hand can stay and press into the earth. It can reach forward or it can wrap around your back. Find a little bit of length through your spine wherever you go. And use your breath to work deeper. It's not about muscles in yoga. While we do work our muscles, it's not about forcing ourselves into a position. It's about moving mindfully with permission from your breath, permission from your body. And we'll slowly unwind. Press into your left hand, reach your right arm out and up, take a breath in. Exhale, hand to the ground and switch. Left arm to the sky. Inhale, roll your wrist a couple times. Exhale, thread to your right, drop down. Set up how this side feels good. Right hand stays or reaches or wraps. Keep breathing. And gently unwind, press down into your right hand, unthread your left arm, reach it up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, release your hand to the ground. Find a seat on your butt, swing your legs out in front. And we'll set up for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold or stretch of the west. So find a really tall spine. You can bring your hands by your sides to lengthen. Flex your toes back toward your face, kind of stretch the back of your legs. And then gently hinge as you exhale forward. Hands can stay by your sides or they can reach to your feet. But notice if you want to round through your upper back. Take this stretch further that way. Think more about tilting your pelvis. So kind of rocking your pelvic bowl, hip bones forward to create a little bit more length through your hamstrings, the back of your legs. Then you can relax your head and your neck. So simple forward folds are really awesome for your crown chakra as well. So we did down dog, headstand, forward folds, humble warrior, humble lunge as we did it today. Anytime your head is below your heart, or you're reaching energy through the crown of your head, that's a great pose for your crown chakra. So it doesn't have to get fancy. Lift yourself up, scoot your bottom forward, find your way onto your back. Stretch your arms over your head, get as long as you can, find a really big breath in. Exhale, let it out through your mouth. Again, breathe in. Let it out. Reach your arms out wide in a T. Bend your knees in toward your chest and let your knees fall to the right. Easy spinal twist. Take your knees all the way to the other side. And bring it back to center. Hug your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your shins. Try to lift your forehead into your knees. Squeeze tight into a little ball. Imagine the crown of your head is reaching to your knees. Awesome, and slowly lower down into your Shavasana. Extend your legs. Reach your arms a little bit wider than you normally would. Snuggle your shoulders down your back and release everything into the ground below you. Close your eyes. And create a little bubble of protection around your entire body. So if you're a personal space person, maybe it's your personal bubble. Feel yourself protected by that bubble. Safe, secure. Able to be creative. You're strong, you're loving, you speak your truth, and you're intuitive. And then let your bubble grow a little bit wider. And let your bubble grow a little bit wider. Imagine that it's glowing a bright white. It's still protecting you. It's soft, comfortable. And then let your bubble grow a little bit wider. And if you find it comes in contact with someone else's bubble, let your bubbles combine. Create a bigger bubble of safety, creativity, strength, love, expression, intuition. And continue widening your bubble. Incorporating others, both people, animals, trees, plants. Visualize your bubble getting so big it encompasses the entire earth. And maybe moves past our planet. Give yourself permission to just be in your bubble, whatever size it is right now. And for the next few minutes, enjoy that sense of peace, connection, divinity. Let your breath get a little bit deeper. Come back toward your own personal space, your mat, your bubble. And take any movements to come back to your physical body. Gently wake things up. Wiggles or stretches. Carefully and slowly, with your eyes closed, find your way to a comfortable seat. Find length through your spine. Feel rooted from the base of your spine to the earth, and feel the energy rise all the way up to the crown of your head. Put a smile on your face. Know that you are divine. You are connected. You are the entire world. Bring your palms together in front of your heart and bow your head. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks, guys. If you've ever considered doing a yoga teacher training, want to go on a really fun yoga retreat, or simply want to deepen your practice, check out the website for all of our upcoming events and send me an email for more information.